Hello garden friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a bit of a planning video for the garden. I really need to do this. I need to plan out which seedlings I need to start next. Because it's really getting close to that time that I need to start planning on when to start the seedlings so that I don't start them late and get super behind and all that jazz. I'm gonna get started. I have my coffee here. If you This is my second cup today. If you have some coffee or tea and want to just hang out with me and plan our gardens together, let's do that. Grab your coffee or your tea and just sit down. Grab your calendar and your seeds. What I'm going to be doing is putting out everything that I'm planting this year. And I have my little garden plan I showed it in my last video, but this was done in my boyfriend's work truck while he was driving to a job. It was it was like a 2.5 hour drive, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a little garden plan. And so it's very unorganized and obviously a draft, but oh well, it still works. So I have that. I have the garden plan. I'm just gonna set it right here. And so that has everything, what I'm going to be planting this year and the placement, when I'm going to be planting together. I have all of my MI Gardener seeds, which I plan on doing this year. And then I have to go through this pile again to see which seeds I'm for sure going to be doing. I'm not going to be doing cucumbers because I already have 2 kinds of cucumbers. I already have tomatoes. I don't think I'm going to be doing the basil. The zucchini. Am I doing zucchini? I'm doing Brussels sprouts, parsley, cucumbers, broccoli, potatoes, squash, tomato, carrots, onions, lemon balm, strawberries. Let's see. Cucumbers, onions, squash, lemon balm, tomatoes, potatoes. I guess I didn't fit zucchini. I really do want to grow zucchini. I don't know why I didn't put it, I don't know why I would put squash and not regular zucchini, because I typically use regular zucchini way more than squash. Doing dill. I don't think I'm gonna be doing dill. Don't really want to do pumpkins again this year. Parsley for sure. I do also want to do basil, so I'm going to have to get... Actually, I have containers. So I think... Oh, it says it on the back. Basil's container friendly. It says it's container friendly on the back, which is very helpful. And squash, I do not have a spot for... Does it say... It doesn't say if it's container friendly, so it might not be. But I'll look into that a little bit more. I'm first going to go over when they need to be planted. And then I'm going to write when they need to be planted on the seed packet and probably keep it out just so I can remember. After we do all of the vegetables and the herbs, I want to then do some flowers, some perennials. I think most of my flowers that I have in there, which is the container that you guys are leaning on. Definitely want to try and do some of these flowers that I have in here. I did start some from seed last year, but I just direct sowed them, and I didn't do any of them indoors. I did most of them just straight sowing outdoors in the dirt. I did one in container. I forgot the name of that one, but I'll place it on the screen, and I'll also place a picture up on the screen. That one was really, really pretty. And then the hostas, and I think I did a couple of elephant ears too, and they all did really great. And so hopefully those will come back this year stronger and bigger and more beautiful and lush and bushy. I'm really excited for those to come back. The flower that I did plant in the container, I don't remember if that was a perennial, but I'll also put that up on the screen. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's get going on these seeds. We're gonna start with this zucchini. So this zucchini needs to be planted. All of these seed packets don't really have a time when to start them indoors. The back of this one says that my area you need to plant around May through June or May through July, and I think that's direct sow. I might just direct sow zucchini since their days to harvest is really, really low. This one's questionable. I'm gonna write on here. Oh, and I also have this little thing that I got at the store. And this company is local to Washington. And this is a 2023 Garden Almanac. And so I'm going to be going by this little chart if it contains, because some of them are like an NA for starting indoors, but for zucchini it does say April to start indoors. So I'm just gonna put April on here. That one is good. And then this crookneck squash, let's see if it says you can direct sow when the soil is workable. I believe with this crookneck squash, I might just direct sow this one. It says you can basically direct sow it when soil is workable, and you can also harvest whenever. Summer squash can be harvested at any time. As they mature, they can lose their tenderness. To harvest, use sharp. Okay. I guess this one doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna write direct sow, and we'll see how it goes. I kind of want to try a couple of them direct sowing. I might even try direct sowing zucchini too. And again, a lot of these vegetables I haven't grown, and this is only my second year. If you're new here, I'm also in zone 8B. Okay, I know tomatoes, I definitely am going to be starting indoors. So on here it says start indoors 6 to 8 weeks before last frost date. Our last frost date here in my location is April 19th, so I'm gonna write that on my calendar. 6 to 8 weeks, I'm gonna count back from April 19th and then count back when that 6 to 8 week window would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. It looks like for tomatoes, my 6 to 8 week window starts on February 22nd to the 8th of March. I'm probably just going to try and keep it safe and plant it the closest date to our last frost date. That would be in the week of the second week of March, so the 5th through the 8th. I'll probably do it around then. March 5th through the 8th, which is next week. Yes, next week. That seems really early. And sorry if you hear that sound, it's my dishwasher going. It seems really early to be starting tomatoes, but I guess the last frost date is way earlier than it feels like. Today is actually a really beautiful day, and that's why I'm kind of in the mood for all this fun gardening things. Next up, we have cucumbers. Cucumbers you can start indoors 3 to 4 weeks before last frost. So again, we're gonna count back from our last frost date, which is the 19th. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. We could start cucumbers the 22nd of March through the 29th. 22nd through the 29th. Moving on to broccoli. Broccoli says to start seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before last killing frost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll be March 1st through the 15th. I really hope I'm doing this right, you guys. This is the first year that I've been this organized. Like I said in previous videos, last year, my first year gardening, I wasn't planning on planting anything at all until the last minute, which was mid-June. And I just kind of sowed some things, and then I also started things indoors, and so things didn't get to full maturity and were not even close to being harvested. The two things that I did try and grow last year, which I started way too late in the year, in the summer, were Brussels sprouts and carrots. I'm really excited to try these again, and because I'm going to be starting them a lot earlier this summer and spring, I hope that I'll have some more success with these. I'm going to be pretty lenient on these time slots just because we tend to get pretty frosty here. Sometimes it's unpredictable too. I'm not really sure. Like last year, our frost lasted a while and our spring was really, really cruddy. And I think the year before that as well. And then some springs have been really, really beautiful and lovely. We just never know what our springs are going to be like here in my area in Washington. So that's why I'm going to be kind of a little more lenient on these. The Brussels sprouts, I do need to start pretty soon though. I'm going to put March, what was first? I'm going to put March 1st so that I can plant these Brussels sprouts when I plant my broccoli. I cannot believe, or actually I can believe, but I cannot believe I started these so late in the year and I'm seeing that now, and I expected something to come from this. Now I'm understanding why they didn't fully grow and mature. I think they're considered a fall crop, but okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's 85 days to 110 days to harvest. I think that's a pretty long time, and our grow season is only 125 days, I believe. I don't really know the exact length. It's somewhere in there. It's super short, I think. I don't know what any other state's grow length is, but I think 125 sounds pretty short to me. Week ones, we can go ahead and start anytime. I'm just gonna double check all of these. I really don't know if I'm doing these right. I think the tomatoes, I'm gonna also start with the Brussels sprouts and the broccoli. So I'm gonna put these in the front of the pile, and then the March 22nd, put those in the back, and then these in the back so that they're first to last. Now our herbs. This is parsley. I don't know if I've been really showing you guys the packets, but I did do a seed haul think 2 or 3 videos ago. You guys can go watch that in more depth if you want to know what I'm growing. The parsley, you can, let's see, sow in full sun after danger frost. So, okay, sow seeds. I might just directly sow these as well. When it comes closer to the time when it is time to direct sow outside, which is looking like March through May, and March through May, I will have most of these already started. Okay, we have all of our veggies. Pretty soon, I do want to go back to Home Depot or Lowe's or McClendon's. I actually plan on doing a walkthrough in a big box store a couple times in the spring and summer, most likely. And just because I love watching walkthroughs and I love kind of filming walkthroughs. It's very awkward, but I really want to get over that fear because that content is so much fun to edit and create and watch and put out there for you guys. It's really fun. But I do want to do a couple more flowers. So this isn't going to be all of the flowers that I'm doing. But we have started on the flowers. And lemon balm is something we are doing. Sunflowers, all of these sunflowers. These are wildflowers, which I think these are just direct sow. So I guess I can just do a pile like I did with the vegetables of what I'm going to be planting. I don't know if I want to do these. I mean, I might as well, right? Plant all of the flowers. Probably just going to do these. I want to do that too. Why not? Both of these lilies, I think I'm also going to be doing this year. And I'm also going to be doing these marigolds. My marigolds, these are all of the seeds that I harvested myself last year. I got so many, and I already have my placement where my marigolds are going to go. Hopefully these will bloom. I'm so excited for these. I never really had a love for marigolds up until I planted them last year. I don't know what enticed me or motivated me to do marigolds. I think it's because of the fact that they're a insect detour. They detour a lot of insects that go into your garden. I planted them around my garden beds. I will insert a picture here. So beautiful. My marigolds were so amazing. And what I did was they kept blooming throughout the summer too. Oh my gosh. I'm getting goosebumps because I love those flowers so much. They are a very popular and mainstream flower, but something about growing them from seed yourself and buying them and seeing them at the store, I don't know if it's the variety or the fact that I did start them from seed. Oh, sorry, I can't get enough of marigolds. They're just, and they smell, okay, I'm not crazy about the smell. They kind of smell like, if you know, you know. I don't really love the smell, but I really don't care. I really, really don't. And what I did last year was I cut a lot of them, and the foliage on them is to die for too. They're very green and very lush, and I don't know. I cut a lot of flowers and I put them in just a black mug and put them on my table. Oh, so pretty. A lot of these I'm probably just going to direct sow outside. Oh, these ones you start indoors 6 to 8 weeks, so I could totally start these right now. Oh, lavender you start indoors 6 to 8 weeks as well. Wow. I'm gonna be starting a lot more than I thought I was next week. I didn't really show you guys which ones okay. These are the coleus. These ones you start 6 to 8 weeks indoors, as well as lavender, which is really exciting. These ones too, 6 to 8 weeks. I'm getting so excited. March 8th. And these ones are the forget-me-nots. Again, I've never planted any of these. I haven't started any of these. I have some lavender in my front yard, but I did not start those from seeds. I just bought them at the store as a full plant. Now for the sunflowers. Sunflowers, you start 2 to 4 weeks before your average last frost. And these are all going to be the same. So we have a sunflower vanilla ice. I'm really excited to plant those. I honestly have never seen this sunflower in person, so that's going to be a fun little experiment. And I also have a spot for sunflowers. I showed you guys that in the last, not the last video, but a couple videos back. It's just a plain old cinder block rectangle. A rectangle made out of cinder blocks by my fence. But, you know, we don't have to have a fancy box or anything. This is a sunflower zohar. And then we have sunflower heirloom beauties. Sorry, my hand's a little shaky. Sunflower chocolat. Very, very beautiful. I want to keep everything organized in the order I'm going to be planting. That one's going to be last. Why didn't I write anything on here? Oh, I did. So this can be planted. These all can be planted right away. Ah, I'm so excited. Lemon balm, I guess, can go with the herbs. Ooh, these are 6 to 8 weeks before last frost as well. This is going to be February 22nd through March 8th, the lemon balm. I didn't show you guys my vegetables, so I'll just give you a quick little haul. Got beefsteak tomato. Those will be started as soon as possible next week. And then we have our tomato black cherry tomato. And then we have our Brussels sprouts. Broccoli, I have 2 different kinds. Or are these 2 different kinds? Green sprouting calabrese. Oh, they're the same. They're the same kind. They're just 2 different brands. And then we have the Boston pickling cucumber. And the Ashley cucumber. And then the dark green zucchini. Crookneck squash. Carrots, regular carrots, Danvers half-long carrots, parsley, basil, and then oregano. Pretty exciting stuff, you guys. I'm so excited. I am planting a lot more next week than I thought I was, earlier than I thought I was. Let's see on these lilies. I think you can direct sow these bulbs. These ones, I think you do direct sow them, but I do want to get some bulbs at a local nursery or a big box store, and I really want to try and plant something inside from bulb and just experiment with it, because why not, right? We have such a limited time in gardening and flowers and vegetables. If you want to try something out, just to experiment with it, don't get your hopes up though. But if you just want to experiment, I mean, seed packets are so cheap-ish, depending. I just go for it, you know? You can get a cheap container. Get some cheap containers off Amazon and plant some container-friendly flowers or vegetables. I mean, really the sky is the limit, kind of. I guess money is the limit, but if that's not a worry, then the sky is the limit. That is it, you guys. I cannot wait to start planting all of these things. I'm super excited. I'm glad I'm doing this today because I really would be behind if I wouldn't have done this today. And so I'm glad I got ahead of it. That concludes for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I cannot wait to see you guys next time.